I am your English teacher Pooja Parihar from Modern Progressive School, and hope that you all will be fit and fine at your places with your parents and family members. As you know that from Monday onwards you are having your periodic test. So here is revision for that. It will be helpful for you. So let's see, our first chapter was sentences. Sentences are what? Sentences are the group of words which have subject, verb and object. Means in a sentence there will be subject and a predicate, and it will convey you a complete sense of complete meaning. So sentences are of 4 types. What are these types? Assertive or declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences. What are assertive and declarative? In these sentences, something is assertion will be shown and something will be declarative. One will declare something like, we are going to play football. That is a declaration that we are going to play football. Information, giving you information. Second, interrogative. Interrogative means whenever you will see in a sentence there will be question mark and ask any question. Where are you going? It's a question sentence, so it will be interrogative sentence. Imperative. Imperative, whatever you see that there will be request, command, wish. Please have a seat. It's a request. Please have a seat. Exclamatory sentence, that there will be in a sentence you will see exclamation. Wow, this flower is so beautiful. It means that exclamatory mark is here. And in exclamatory mark there will be exclamatory sentence, imperative exclamatory sentence, there will be exclamatory mark, and in interrogative there will be interrogative mark will be there. So these are the sentences. Second chapter was phrases and clauses. So what are phrases and what are clauses? Let's see. Phrase is a group of words. There are grammatically linked and without these are grammatically linked and without a subject and a predicate. Means what is phrase? Phrase is also a group of word, but and the word will be grammatically linked with each other, but there won't be any subject and predicate. Means it will be convey you a small sense, and the words will be grammatically linked, but these words want a sentence, and they want this word this phrase will not have subject and predicate. Here you can see near the shop. Near the shop, that it is conveying some meaning to you that something is there near a shop, but it is incomplete sense that what is then near a shop, what is going on and what is there. So laughing girls, this is also girls are laughing there. In the east, dancing dolls. These are what? These are phrases. These are a group of words grammatically linked and giving you some small sense of meaning, but in these phrases you can see that there are no subject and predicate. Next, clause. A clause is a group of grammatically related words with a subject and predicate. It is a part of a sentence with a subject and predicate. Here you can say there without a subject and predicate. Means phrase is grammatically linked word, and these have no subject and predicate. Whereas you can see in a clause these are grammatically related words and they are having subject and predicate. Let's see. For example, boy is playing near the shop. You can say by this sentence you can understand both phrases and clauses. Phrase and clause. Boy is playing near the shop. So boy is playing is what? Boy is playing, it's near the shop is conveying a complete sense to you. Here you can see this is subject and this is playing near the shop, and playing is verb here. Okay. So near the shop is what? Near the shop is a phrase. Okay. So when the phrase will meet with clause, then it will make complete sense. But means the phrase is not independent, it is dependent, whereas clause is dependent. Another example, sun rises in the east. In the east, sun rises. Sun is what? Subject. Rises in the east is predicate. So you can see in the east is phrase here, and when in the east meets with sun rises, it makes a complete sense. So it means that a clause is what? Clause is independent and phrase is dependent. Another, kids are playing with dancing dolls. Dancing dolls are a phrase here. When dancing doll means with kids are playing with, it complete its meaning, its sense. So you can see difference between phrase and clause. In phrase, the words will be grammatically linked, but they are not having subject and predicate. Is it clear? These are nouns. Nouns are of 5 kinds. What are these? Common noun, proper noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. Let's see. Earlier in the previous videos I have explained you what are noun, kind of noun, but still it's a revision, so I am telling you. Common noun, common names given to people, places, things, or of the same kind. Means the name given to a people, places, or things same kind, like boy, and they are having plurals: boy, boys, girl, girls, lady, ladies, teacher, teachers, child, children. So a child may be so many children, there are so many boys. These are common name given to a person, place, or thing: chair, chairs. So that is common noun. Proper noun. Proper noun tells about the proper names of, given to a particular thing, person, place, and they do not have their plural noun, like Pooja, Geeta, Sita, Lama Chod, Haldwani, Nainital. These are the Ganga, India, Pakistan, USA. These are the example of proper noun. Next, material noun. Material, as you can understand by its name, material. Names of substance, material, or ingredients which are used for making things. Ingredients, material, and material and substances. They do not have plural. Gold, silver, and gold, silver. This thing, sand, water, milk, butter, curd. These are the material noun. They do not have plurals. Third one is collective noun. As by name you can understand, collection, collective. When a name given to a particular collection is called collective noun. The names given to people, places, animal, or things to taken a unit is called collective noun. A unit in a collection, like class. Class is a unit of students. Staff is a unit of teachers. So this way, this kind of name given to a unit of peoples, places, or things are called collective noun. Here are some examples: branch, class, staff, team, gang. These are the words. Bouquet. These are the words given are what? Collective noun, and they do not have plural. Their plurals. Next, fifth one is abstract noun. The names given to quality, emotion, ideas, and things. To them we can't neither see nor touch. These are qualities. These are emotions. For example, poverty, bravery, love, happiness, sadness, childhood, boyhood. We can't say bravery. We can't feel bravery. We can't see love. We can feel love. So these are emotions, qualities which we can't see or touch. That is abstract noun. So 4 kind of noun I have explained you, that proper noun, common noun, material noun, collective noun and abstract noun. They are categorized in two categories, like one is concrete and another is abstract noun. All the 4 nouns come in concrete noun, as we can see and touch all the 4 nouns: common noun, proper noun, material noun and collective noun. Whereas on the other hand, abstract noun we can't see and touch. That's why these both concrete and abstract noun are divided into 2 categories. Now this is noun and numbers. You know, nouns or pronouns have singular number, plural number. Okay, like boy, boys, girl, girls, lady, ladies, teacher, teachers. So these are singular number and plural. But here are some rules to make singular into plural. Like dog, dogs, boy, boys. Here you can see just we have to form a plural of dog and boy, boys. We have just add s. Here you can see while the end is ends with ch, s, ss. There are rules. Earlier I have told you that we will add es. Branch, branches. Bus, buses. Class, classes. Okay, like class, classes. And whereas here you can see ends with f, and earlier it has that vowel written. So leaf, leaves, knife, knives, thief, 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 knife, knives. These are some example to make. You can see leaf, leaves, thieves, knives. These are some example. Or whereas you can see some plurals to make. Some plurals, the singular or plural number will totally change. Its formation will totally change. Like ox, oxen, tooth, teeth, foot, feet. Here we can see boy, boys, thief, thieves, branch, branches. But here you can see the formation of plural number. The spelling is totally changed. Like oxen, teeth, foot, feet. Okay. Next, whereas we are making the plurals of surnames like Pandey, Joshi, Parihar, Rotela. So what we have to do, just we have to use s, and before that we have to use the. Like Joshi, the Joshis, Parihar, the Parihars, Rotelas, the Rotelas, Rawat, the Rawats. Clear? Here, whenever you are making the plural of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100, 1000, so we will just add apostrophe s, sevens, eights, tens, hundreds, thousands. Clear? To make the all these you know that CAISDM abbreviations, what we will use, same as numbers, we will just add apostrophes, CAs, IAS, DMs. Okay, this way. And here you can see sister-in-law, so sister-in-laws, brother-in-law, brother-in-laws, father-in-law, father-in-laws. We have made just last one plural, in-laws, laws. Okay, this way. And here you can see that the plural number also plural numbers are also having their this pronouns also have their plurals, like I, we, she, they, he, they. he, they, that, those, this, these, has, have, was, were. This way we are making. So for more information, watch the noun numbers video. Got it? Next topic is gender. What is gender? Gender words origin from the Latin word genus, which means kind. It means gender classifies noun as males, females, and non-living things. So here are 4 kind of genders. First is masculine, feminine, common, and neuter gender. Let's see what are these. Earlier I have told you. It's a quick revision for you. Masculine, whenever nouns and pronouns tell about refer to males, all the males, boy, father, father-in-law, and a dog, and here are given you examples more: man, ox, bulldog. Whenever you the words tells you about males, these are masculine gender. Feminine gender, nouns and pronouns refer to females. Whenever the words nouns and pronouns refer to females are called feminine gender, like cow, she, dog, girl, mother, sister. All these words refer to females, called feminine gender. Next one is common gender. Common, you can understand, common used for, it may be either for male or for female, are common gender. Nouns denote either male or female, called common gender. The words used commonly may be used for man or woman. By the word we cannot identify for whom this noun is used, like parent, like friend, like doctor, engineer, teacher, student, player. By these words we can't identify the word is used for male or female. So these words, these nouns and pronouns are called common gender. Next one is neuter gender. Nouns denote all the things that are without life are called what? Neuter gender. Non-living things are neuter gender. Means the things do not have life, they are non-living things, will come in the category of neuter gender. The nouns and pronouns that tell you about these have no life, all the non-living thing will come in the category of neuter gender. Here are some examples: chair, table, building, pen, bicycle, bag, scooter, mobile phone, computer, keyboard, pen, pencil, bag, alarm clock, wall clock, painting, refrigerator, television. All these things around you are, which are non-living thing, will come in the category of neuter gender. Okay, these are 4 kind of gender. You have to ask, you might have asked to make feminine of masculine, like bull, cow, dog, bitch, mother, father. Okay, these way. And you are having in your books so many masculine and feminine gender. And along with this revision video, I am providing you the revision worksheet also. First of all, what you have to do, you have to solve by your own, then check it out how many answers are your correct and how many are incorrect. You have to do in your fair notebook all the worksheet, and you are having your periodic test very soon. So do well. All the very best to you all. Do well. Bye bye. Thank you.